Welcome to the Friday night live stream. I have a couple more settings to do here, and then we'll be ready to go. So let's see here. That's data. I don't want that. Okay. Content. And live. And this gets turned on. Save. And this gets checked. I don't know why that just doesn't stay checked. It's unbelievable. Okay, back. I need to pop this out so I can see the chat. We have an excellent connection. That's good. All right. January Sports says go. Okay. This is our Friday night stream where we all get together and shoot the breeze about model airplanes. My carumba is done. I did the final wrap up last night. But one thing that I did today, it's I'm gonna put it on the airplane tonight. If any of you guys use those brew line filters, you know that the air filter itself rots out. They're crap. So what I did is I cut some plywood circles, O-rings, and I put 2 layers of pantyhose glued between 2 pieces, and then sanded them up, and we're going to replace that tonight when bit rate is lower than recommended. I can't believe this stupid thing. I wish YouTube would get their act together. Let me see what that says up there. I can't tell what's going on. Let me see what that says. That's good. Hey, Roy. So, if the bit rate gets bad or whatever and it starts going wonky, let me know and we'll restart the stream or something. So, I'm getting pretty tired of technology. They can't get their act together. You know, when you're a mechanic, it's got to work 100% perfect every time. These guys can't make it work perfect 5% of the time. That's a shame. So we're going to replace the brew line filter in this airplane.
Yo,
Hey, who we got there?
Esteban Herrera.
Oh, Esteban. What's up, Esty?
Try to come up with some straight quarter by quarter spars, but I'm not getting anywhere.
Gotta make it yourself.
Well, that's kind of where I am now.
You gotta cut with the grain.
The
Let me show you how to get a perfect square. Look at this table here. Okay, here's your. Let me make this big so you can see. Present to everyone. Let's see. Come on now. I won't do it yet. We don't have enough people to present. Anyway, okay, watch this. This is your 3 by 36 piece of wood here. And let's say the grain is running like this. Can you see that? No.
Yeah, and that's the top view, 3 inches wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the grain is running like this. You got to lay the straight edge on it like that and cut the wood that way. So cut the first strip and then cut the 1/4 inch from there.
I actually got some wood where it looks like the grain is running straight. I don't know if you can, this ain't gonna show up, is it?
No,
I mean, but this is straight down the piece as I could see.
okay, guaranteed. You're going to have to cut it a 1/2 inch wide and sand it a 1/4 by 1/4, or 3/8 wide and sand it down to a 1/4.
Huh.
Gary Sinclair has joined us.
I'm up with a bigger problem here in that my balsa stripper just cracked.
Now you can make one pretty easy. You alive, Gary? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Eyes are here.
Okay.
How you doing, Gary?
All right. We designing another one?
No, I'm trying to cut some balsa strips here.
I am going to change out my brew line filter here. Looks like Sunday's the day to go flying.
Sunday, huh?
Yeah. We'll have decent wind. So that's when this one will get first crack on Sunday. As I was saying on these brew line filters, if you look at this brew line filter, this is kind of an old one. You see how it's getting dark right there on the outside in that?
Yeah.
This thing will soon be blown out. You won't have anything. So I made these out of women's pantyhose and plywood.
Huh.
Interesting.
Where are you buying your brew line filters these days?
Get them at Brodak, but the filter's no good.
I don't think those are real brew lines though.
Well, it don't matter because I'm going to make my own inserts.
The guy who owned Brewline or ran Brewline or whatever it was, his son has a hobby shop called Prop Shop Hobbies.
Yeah.
And he still sells the authentic Brewline filters. They're not advertised anywhere, but I think they're $8 a piece or something like that.
Well, I can tell you this: if we could get a source on this rubber piece, which I know is a boot for something, some type of hydraulic piece or whatever, I would just buy 100 of them and make my own filter. There we go. That worked perfect. So look for the maiden voyage on Sunday.
Think you'll take a camera out there?
Yeah. You gonna hold it for me while I fly?
I don't think I got stuff I got to do for my parents Sunday.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Eh, someday they won't be around here to do shit for, so I'll be glad.
Yeah, that's true.
But otherwise, yeah, I'd hold the camera, no problem.
I think as long as we're doing this, I'm gonna sand out this last bottom, the wing here. This is the last sand out and buff. Last part for the first go around. See if we can't make it shiny. Hell's up with this thing? It's zoomed all the way out. I don't know. Uh, well, I wonder how long it's going to take for people to come in tonight.
Well, I think there's a lot of guys at that King Orange, isn't there?
Don't know.
I don't know about a lot, but some guys.
They were talking about these wheels today. These are Tetra wheels. And somebody put a link on my thread to MPI, which then sent me over to Buddy RC.
Yeah, MPI is what it's called if you're a hobby shop buying wholesale.
Yeah.
If you're buying direct as a customer, it's called Buddy RC, same company.
Yeah, but they don't have them.
Buddy RC doesn't?
No.
Huh.
They got 450s. That's a big 450 millimeter. That's a big tire. And those are $52 each. And the 50 millimeter, we need the 50s or the 57s. And those are $8.95 a piece, which is reasonable, but they're out of stock.
Huh.
Matt Newman, if you're watching, good luck on getting them.
Schaefer's is an MPI dealer, by the way. They order from them.
If they ain't got them, they ain't got them. They used to have these. These were really good. These are lighter than the Tetras. Tom Morris used to get them. I think he was charging $3 a piece for them. And like an idiot, I only got about 4 sets, maybe 5.
I think my cousin got his control surfaces glued on earlier today or last night, or
His what?
got the control surfaces glued on that airplane.
On the one,
The
on the
you
red one?
painted? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only, for us, for mortals, that's the only hairy part about finishing one of them out, where stuff could kind of go wrong for a guy. Get shit glued together that you don't want to. Are those wooden, the type hinges that you use? Is there any danger of gluing shit together when you're gluing them in, or is the design kind of not susceptible to that?
No, you got to be careful. Just the way it is.
Hmm.
Just the way it is. Okay, where it at? I'm really surprised Charles doesn't come in and see us anymore.
I'm kind of, yeah, I was kind of wondering about that.
It's
You-
prerogative, though.
He just decided he didn't want to mess with this anymore, or?
No money in it, you know.
Yeah.
This is a lot of work that goes unappreciated. Trust me. Hey, there's Howard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw pictures of those trophies, Howard. Those look pretty neat.
yeah, they're pretty neat. I think. We gotta go fly some stunt. Let's see. Yeah. Let's try to get some of the stunt. They go through ninth and expert, so I got a chance.
Ninth?
Ninth.
God, how many entries do you usually have?
There's quite a few. I forget. I talked to Steven the other day. He's got a lot.
Never had a ninth place trophy. I guess that must be for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to build one more of these using windy finishing techniques. Silver.
Well,
He puts a ton of silver on his airplane.
it's okay, but you can stick something to it.
Yeah, that's right. Jonathan Karanis is trying to come in. There he is.
Hey, g'day, guys.
Hi, John.
Hey, mate.
Who was that guy I just saw playing golf?
That's the combat kid.
It looked like Howard's playing golf. Who we got? The real Steve Smith.
How you doing, Jonathan?
How are you, mate? Gary Sinclair,
Yeah,
Howard, and Sparky.
Sparky. Yeah.
A full house.
Kinda.
What time is it over there? About just after 7 o'clock, is it?
Yep, just after 7.
Just well, yeah, I guess it depends. Such a wide place, it depends where you are, I guess.
What time is it there? 6 o'clock in the morning?
No, it's 1:16 in the afternoon, Saturday.
Yeah, this is Friday. So you're See, I could give you the lottery numbers and you could play them. I'd know the winners. You just play them and we'll split the difference.
Yeah, right. I think that's been tried, Sparky.
I don't think it'll work.
No. Tell you what, you got an interesting situation over there with your elections coming up. Everything looks pretty tight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they like you to think it's tight, but it ain't. They're going to try to steal it.
Oh man, make me nervous with that confidence.
yeah.
There's lots of people in the country can be fooled.
Lots of illegals.
Yeah, well, how many million have you had cross the border in the last 3 or 4 years? About 10 million people or something, 7 million people
20.
or something.
Over 20.
Bloody hell. I mean, that's got to be. I mean, if we had a leader here that allowed that to happen, we'd put it up against a brick wall and shoot it.
Yeah, it's about what's getting ready to happen here.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the golfer. Mind you, we've been pretty good at sinking our own warships. Did you hear about that? Down Samoa. Oh, we sent we sent our newest, flashiest naval vessel up to Samoa to do some surveying, because most Samoans live in Auckland. You know that, don't you? Or Western Samoans.
Well, I didn't know, but okay.
Yeah. Well, there's about 100,000 or more. I don't know what it is now, but probably more. Probably 200,000 Samoans in Auckland now. It's a big part of our population. Anyway, we sent a naval vessel over, brand new thing, 5 years old, with all the survey gear on, big heavy lift crane, flight deck for a helicopter on the front, all the gear for surveying deep ocean. And the bloody thing ran aground on the reef, caught fire, rolled over and sank.
You know what that's from, don't you?
Right?
You know what that's from, don't you? Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need the best guy to pilot the boat. We just need somebody.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear. Unbelievable. Anyway, my son was involved in helping to clean up a bit of diesel over there. He's in a sort of like a pollution response team. It's quite, yeah. Anyway, they're managing to keep the lid on it at the moment. They've got to get the oil out of her and then lift her. So, all fun and games. But it's horrible here today. It's blowing like hell. Nobody's flying. I've been out in the wind for a walk and I just about got blown off my feet. Absolutely howling outside, about a 20 knot northerly. What's the weather like over there? What's it like at your place, Gary?
Oh, it's up 70 today. It's pretty nice today.
Much wind?
No, not too much.
What about you, Howard? How's the wind at your place?
I don't think he can hear you. He's flying right now.
Oh, he's flying right now. Okay.
Yeah, literally right now.
All right. What about you, the real Steve Smith?
I'm about 15 minutes from Sparky.
Oh, okay. In St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Yep. We got
Good weather.
two Steve Smiths in St. Louis here.
Did you guys get any of that flooding down the Mississippi or anything? Did that stuff come that far in, or?
Right now, the Mississippi's about this deep. It's super low right now.
Yeah. It's an amazing river. It comes all the way down from Chicago, doesn't it? All the way down to the Gulf.
Yeah.
Farther north than Chicago, I think it's Minnesota where it starts.
I have a friend who's he used to be a professor in Chicago University there somewhere. He's been out here for about 30 years. He's an interesting guy. And there was a canal that led out of the bottom of the lake through Chicago into the top of Mississippi, and they're trying to keep all the bloody carp out that they have growing up there in the canal, trying to keep it out of the upper Mississippi or something, or stopping them get. Oh no, the other way around. I think they're trying to stop the carp getting into the lake and ruin all the is it the walleye?
The Chinese carp.
Oh, there's that guy playing golf again.
Yeah.
Doing loops.
Gary, have you hung up the handle permanently, or are you looking to get back to flying, or?
I don't know.
Oh, Terry. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Gary. Yeah. What was your favorite type of plane, Gary? Did you fly speed or combat or stunt? What did you fly mainly?
Just mostly sports, I think, and then
Yeah.
a little bit of rat racing one time when I was younger.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
means I got to build a rat race so you can fly at Brodak, right?
What is rat race?
Are they quite small?
No, they're
Ah.
40, 6.5 KNBs or torpedo 40, and
Oh.
a scat rat has probably got a 36-inch wingspan, 4 inches wide, and a stick body, and it's a profile. But rat race is just like team race, only faster, unlimited.
Wow. Sounds like fun.
Used to be.
I'd fall out of my chair now if it went too fast.
Yeah,
They
me
don't-
too.
They don't fly it anymore.
Oh God.
They don't fly it at the Nats. I haven't seen it at any local contest.
Yeah, I wondered. I haven't seen it either. I mean,
they may have flown it here once too, but I'm not aware of it. But I have heard the saying. What were those races that you were flying at Buddha Park that time? You were stunting, and they were over there screaming around inside the enclosure.
That's
the hard-
speed. That's not racing. That's speed.
Yeah, but they had didn't they have a Fox 40 in them?
They call that perky, I think, don't they?
Yeah, they got Perkies.
It was a special class of its own. I remember.
Formula 40.
That's probably what it was. Yeah, yeah. They look like fun too. If you like just going round and round and round, hell of a fast.
How do you keep from getting dizzy is what I want to know. When you're
Yeah, yeah, me too, mate. You get the answer, let me know. I'm
Only
particularly
look
bad.
at the plane.
yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about when you're flying, racing or speed or something.
You only look at the plane.
So even then you can avoid it, huh?
I can, or I used to be able to.
I've got to get down the swimming pool, but I'm not allowed to swim yet and get in and pretend I stick my thumb out in front of me, and I look at that and I go round and round and round in the swimming pool on every 5 seconds, and people look at me like I'm mad. And then if I get dizzy and fall over, I don't care. I'm in the pool, but yeah, I don't think there's any cure for the one I've got at the moment. Just time. I've just got to wait till all this muck gets out of my system, and then I'll be right. I hope. God willing. Yeah. And what do you fly, Steve? What are you mainly into?
Sorry, I walked away. I don't fly anything yet. I'm brand new.
Oh, you brand new?
Yeah, I flew a little bit last summer. The end of last summer, I got a hold of a used P40 ARF, and it got exactly 3 flights on it. And then on the 4th flight, I hooked the upline in the grass, and that was the end of that one.
Oh, dear.
I'm building 3 Skyrays right now. Hopefully that'll get me through.
Skyrays.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like them, some people hate them. Have
Well,
you
they're
flew
not
'em much?
pretty. They're not good looking, that's for sure. But supposedly they're easy to trim and fairly honest.
Yeah,
So I can learn the pattern.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
good on you.
plan anyway.
Now, what are you going to stick in them? What sort of motor?
I have a couple of LA 25s, and I was looking for a third engine, and I just came across a brand new FP 20. I think that was like the original
Oh yeah.
one
Oh, yeah,
everybody liked. So I got that thing for $60.
yeah, that's a good motor.
So
And
I got,
so the LA, they're good too. They rev quite high.
yeah.
And what are you up to, Howard?
Flying some stunt. I ran out of wind before I ran out of batteries.
And a wind. What's that around your neck? You've been timing yourself, or is that your pacemaker?
It says 0, so I'm in trouble if it's my pacemaker. Yeah, it's not flight, but it's so consistent. You really don't have to do it. There's
Yeah.
a go.
Oh, well, it's nice to know how much juice you got left in the tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how you keeping, right?
Huh?
How you keeping?
How am I keeping? I'm keeping okay.
Yeah.
Had trouble with the new Igor timer. I think I might have that resolved.
You building anything at the moment?
No.
Did you have that timer for the Nationals?
Yeah, I had the prototype for it. I wasn't used to it yet, and so I didn't operate the airplane very well.
I thought I saw someone selling a bunch of the, I think it was Chris.
No, sell
He was selling some of the older timers. I guess that's because he's getting ready to use the new one.
Yeah, old ones are fine.
I know Sparky said that's his favorite.
Yeah, Igor knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, I gotta have a bunch of those.
That and those 18650 batteries. You can hardly walk at Sparky's house. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
we have this. Somehow the whole West Coast went nuts, and we all got 100 of those things apiece. And so Jim Aaron has decided everybody's going to go to my house after Thanksgiving, and we're going to build batteries. So I'm going to get a lot of fire extinguishers, and we're going to make batteries.
Do you spot weld or solder those?
I'm gonna weld. There among us there are welders and solderers.
Yeah. I've never built batteries like that for an airplane, but I spent most of my younger years working for a place that sold batteries for RC cars, and I built those packs. I soldered batteries together. They were sub-C cells, but soldered those things together all day long for a couple of years.
Wow.
We never spot welded them back then, but guys would always you'd have to take your battery packs apart, every month or so and rematch the cells. So you needed it to be kind of temporary.
Yeah, solder's a little more reversible.
Yeah.
You don't have that trouble with IC.
I don't think you're kind of looking for that last little bit out of runtime or voltage, or you just need it to be sound.
Yeah. So our plan is to print some end caps for the things rather than using shrink tubing.
I'd be interested to see that.
Yeah. See how many times we blow up airplanes.
Does everybody build them in the same configuration, 3 on top of 3, or how do some guys build them in a long skinny stick, or?
Most of the people so far have done long skinny six.
Okay. 2 by 2 by 2.
No, 3 and then 3 behind it.
Okay.
but I'm going to try to do it in a pack of beer. That configuration anyway. See if I can get cooling air to it. That's because I want to be able to move the CG forward and take some ballast out.
Sure. I guess that's one of the big advantages of electric is you got all that weight you can move around.
Yeah. You can't build your airplane right. Yeah. I got some with a lot of ballast in it. I got some with a little ballast in it.
You know how to get away from that, Howard?
How do you build your
Less-
tail light?
Less paint.
Yeah, let's see. Less paint. No, I'd go in the other direction. The nose is too short. It's the problem.
Right. Well, less paint will be that it's less weight, meaning less behind the CG, meaning the shorter the nose can be. Less paint.
Less paint.
Heavier the airplane, the more tail heavy it becomes.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So less paint. So if you put less paint on it, it'll be lighter.
Yeah. I really should use less paint. How do you do that?
I use 1 quart of paint. That's it. 1 quart.
Well, your airplanes look good.
Lots of sanding.
I'm just getting started at 1 quart.
Yeah, you got a quart of clear, or is that a half a gallon of clear on it?
I don't know. I don't keep track.
They look nice, but
People complain because I don't keep track of my weight when I paint. I do for a while, but then get carried away.
and when I build an ultralight one, it's 1 quart of paint total. That's it. 1 quart of clear split into 2. That's it.
Yeah, I remember that.
And when you're out of paint, you're done painting.
Well, yeah.
What's Ed been up to? What have you been up to, Ed?
Ed has been recovering like you.
Oh, what's wrong?
I had an ankle replacement,
Oh, fair enough.
and that was
Wow.
2 months totally off my leg.
Oh,
And
hell.
So now it's that was August 20th. I had the operation.
Oh, gee, I
I
didn't know
didn't
that.
know
How's it
that.
going?
So
good?
didn't feel good enough to build much,
Yeah.
and that. So I kept the leg lifted and look at a lot of things and watch the YouTube and that. But yeah, I don't know if you ever seen this, John, but one of these days I'll get this one finished.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, Pat Johnson. And of course, I live in West Virginia, so I had to go with West by God, Virginia. That's almost done.
Does that use what he calls the plus P wing? Doesn't he have like a whole series of those little?
Yes, the 502 that he calls them.
I think so.
Yeah. I just had a hard time not breaking the soft 16th balsa.
He gives you some pretty nice wood, doesn't he?
Oh my golly, it's amazing. And that. But yeah, and then I'm doing let me see if I can get it.
What will power that Mustang, Ed?
It is a Tempest 2021 motor. 2814, 850 kV, which is what he recommends.
Oh, nuclear powered. Right.
Yeah. And then to fool around with half A, this is about ready for painting.
I like the nose on it.
Yeah.
The pill bottle.
No, we have a place called I think it's called Plastic Flyers or something like that.
Yeah.
And he sells all kinds of canopies and cowls, pulled like that. So I was lucky enough that he had one in that size.
I use the bottom of pill bottles. In fact, I'll go and get one and show you in a minute. They got a Douglas twin with pill bottles, so I find the right one that'll fit. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of making a Sky Raider. So have you been?
But Jonathan, I was before surgery. I just got back into control line, and having go through knee replacements and ankle replacements, I just couldn't do the spinning. But before surgery, I was up to 4.5 minutes flying, and I have enough space on the side of my house to fly a smaller airplane as long as I don't go past about 50 foot of lines. So
that's right.
anything 35 or 45, I can at least get used to spinning around again.
Yeah, good.
And
Way to go.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I wanted to
takes a
get the
while
chair
to
out
learn.
like you, but I didn't.
Hey,
I wanted to get the chair out like you, but I didn't.
well, I'm going to start out in a chair with a couple of 20s first of all, because I think if I tried to battle or something a bit bigger, I'd probably have problems at this stage. I've got very little upper body strength, and I've been working on that. And
Yep.
it's just,
Yep.
when things happen, you just turn to jelly really all over the place, don't you? It just takes a
Yep.
while to get back. Yeah.
Yep. The core body loses it quick, and that's what happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Me too. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh well, good to see you, Ed. Anyway, I've
Yeah.
been watching
Thanks.
when I was in hospital from time to time. I'd watch, but I couldn't. I couldn't be bothered faffing around trying to get my phone to connect and talk to you guys because it was a bit of an effort. But I was watching Sparky building. Gave me a lot of pleasure, Sparky. Thank you.
I'm glad.
Hey, Sparky.
Yeah.
I had to cancel my credit card, and it might be the one that's on file for the monthly figure there.
Yeah.
So I've got to check into it and see about that, and I may have to get back with you.
I don't get it's off of YouTube, so
What's
You do-
that?
you do it on YouTube. You don't do it through me.
Oh, okay. That must have been what I did before then
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I do the other stuff via PayPal, which is,
Right.
yeah, okay.
We're coming up for the yearly support. I've been trying to hold it off as much as possible because I hate to be a beggar, but I got to come up with a big chunk of money by the end of the year
Hmm.
for the server.
Well, industry wise, company wise, we're all saying the same thing and stuff in regards to that. So, I feel for you. I'll be getting something to you here in the next couple of weeks.
Well, the difference is if I don't do it, then just Stunt Hangar goes away. I can't afford it like I used to.
Yeah.
But everybody's got Facebook. They really love Facebook.
God. Bloody Facebook. It's responsible for a lot of broken hearts in this world, I'm afraid, and a lot more.
Well, the thing I like about Stun Hangar though is just getting to meet some people here that with the same interest and learning stuff, even though you've been doing model airplanes for me since the age of 6 and stuff. So it's interesting, and then to go meet some at the Nats or at Brodak, and of course I'll be at Brodak again this next year coming. And that.
On Facebook, it's pretty far and few between that you meet somebody. They're on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Everybody's your friend, but you don't know anybody.
If anyone is interested, and I doubt you guys are, but I'll tell you anyway. I don't like Facebook, but I use it just because a lot of forums have gone that way. And so the way I use it, one, I don't use my real name. Two, I don't have a friends list. And you can't give me a friend request unless you're friends with one of my friends. And since I have no friends, nobody bothers me with friends requests. And I strictly use it as a way to read. There are a handful of control line Facebook groups on there. The groups are kind of like a forum. So if anybody ever wanted to look at it, now I'm not
Don't
saying
advertise Facebook. They tried to do that shit on my forum. I stopped it.
okay.
I can't compete with Mark Zuckerberg. And if you want Stunt Hangar to go away, go over to Facebook. That's what
Yeah, I don't know that I consider it a one or the other for sure. I like both. Well, I don't really, like I said, I don't like Facebook. I would prefer, I like a forum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I can compete with the US government. No way.
So where's some of the old guys these days? Old, not old guys. I mean,
We're all old guys.
Mind control.
Yeah,
Have some of them been wiped out by that big storm or a couple of storms you had, or I suppose some of them have been disrupted?
Well, some of them have switched because I switched timelines. I'm not doing it in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know what they're doing. They could still be at work right now on the West Coast.
Well, I think also part of it after the summer and everything that what we have done, it's like, well, I got to make sure I do some family and some school stuff with my kids and holidays, and I can see it picking back up as we go now.
Yeah.
Is what I think. I mean, I personally couldn't. I liked the earlier times, but personally, I just couldn't get there as soon as I wanted to. But that's changing again.
I was the other way around. I couldn't keep my eyes open to do it back when Charles was it 8 o'clock our time he started? Almost 9 o'clock or something back in the
Yeah.
day?
Well, for me, it was 8 o'clock on the East Coast in West Virginia. I think yours.
Yeah.
No, he started at 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Yeah,
Because
you'd have been.
That's. Mm,
when I was in Dayton, it was time for me to go to bed when he started because I got to get up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's a good excuse not to get out and do some gardening and do the lawns because it's always in the afternoon here.
John Sukulak.
Hey guys.
Hi, John.
fine.
How's that line tension in the hourglass?
Oh, you read my question, huh?
Yeah, well, it's nice now that I've seen some faces here. I start see the names on the forum. I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that guy is. Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing the information you get, when you post something like that. It's just so cool, so great.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, there's like 10 ways to get the same kind of a outcome. And now, how do you decide which are the ways to, do I
Well,
want to tip weight or move the lead outs or?
None
Oh,
of
you
these
wanna-
questions are simple,
You
Right.
want to listen to Aviojet. He was the premier trimmer.
Yeah, he knew everything, right?
Who?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad you mentioned that. Is that the same person as the scientification guy?
No,
It seems like the same person.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah, he used to really get attacked.
He was comic relief. Kind of miss him.
If he's the guy, I think he is. He did something really cool one time. Instead of building like a Tucker Special with wheels, he made one of those seaplanes with floats. I guess he takes off from the grass. That's really cool.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
thought what was cool is when he built his P-40 out of a profile and put ribs on it and then staked, staked the planking on the side of it, made a full body fuselage out of a profile. You didn't see that? It's on there.
No.
And then when he saw that I was selling my airplanes for $1,500, $2,000, he put them on eBay for, $1,000 or whatever. Didn't sell not a one. His 007 flight streak, he wanted $900 for.
Oh, that's a different guy.
Yeah.
That's what's his name?
That was Aviojet Charles.
Yeah. No, I guess he went to the Azores or someplace, didn't he?
I don't know. He put two bell cranks together, sandwiched two bell cranks together, which has been done way back when, and thought he was the inventor of that. So
Oh,
that the lead outs came out the center like a Brett Buck sandwich bell crank, but he used two Vico or perfect bell cranks.
oh.
Whatever. There's nothing new, any of this stuff.
I think there were some of the guys that really thought he didn't actually fly his airplanes, and so that's why he got sort of attacked or criticized so much.
I don't believe he did. I don't believe he did fly. They looked. He painted an RC airplane, an Avenger, and the difference between an RC airplane and a control line airplane is pretty vast. When the Avenger was huge, you could put the paint on it and really make it look nice. But when you got a little tiny flight streak and you're putting a gallon of paint on it, not going to fly too good.
John Miller.
Yeah. Who
Hey,
said
John.
that? Hey, hi.
We missed you last time.
Oh, that's Real Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have
Well,
the original here.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, I had to be up in Salt Lake for a VA appointment, and I went late. So, so I'm glad to be here tonight, though.
Have you been whipping those elves into top order, getting ready for Christmas again, John?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I got a trim today. You know, looks better.
Pretty good.
D-
Looking pretty
d-
good.
Do they compete to get you to help them out?
Well, he already sent me an email to make sure I was going to be there. So, but the town here, what they do, because all the kids, they got farms all around, and they bring kids from like 10, 20 miles away to see Santa on that particular day. So what they've done is they have 3 big rooms that are all pretty much the same. And they got 3 Santas, one in each room. And they bring the kids in, and they bring them over to a particular room, and they let them in. So they don't let the kids see that there's 3 different rooms that their kids are being shunted to. But they know. The other two guys have fake beards, and of course mine is not fake. And I've had kids, overheard kids say, "Yeah, but we got to see the real Santa with the real beard."
Yeah.
Yeah, the smart kids probably go to all 3.
Yeah, just to make sure they got all bases covered.
Heck yeah, of course.
Are you going to Las Vegas?
No, I'm not going to Las Vegas.
George going. John, are you going?
I'm not coming. No, I won't be able to come.
No, the other John.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
John Caradas. Yeah.
I'm in New Zealand. I'm a bit too far away.
John's here, yeah.
We could chip in and get you a
John.
train ticket.
I'll get one of those Chinese balloons. You must be due for another one now.
Yeah.
Real
This would be
Steve
good.
Smith, are you in St. Louis?
I am.
Okay, so I'll lead with my chin here. Are you Steve Smith's related?
No.
You're both
No.
St. Louis though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
Yep. I remember when I just found the club online. I found them on the AMA, the club directory, and it showed they had a contest, and Steve Smith was the contest director. And I thought, man, these guys are waiting for me. I guess better hurry up and join. I got
they're anticipating you.
apparently. Yeah, just a coincidence.
Steve, I liked the comment you made earlier. There's no substitute for Stunt Hangar, and I've gotten immeasurable help and enjoyment out of Stunt Hangar. Couldn't be matched anywhere. But
Yeah.
I've also benefited from Facebook too. There's so much control line stuff on there, and it's different. Just as an example, I've reconnected with 2 or 3 guys that I used to fly with 30 or 40 years ago that I hadn't seen in that long.
Oh, I'd love to be able to do that with some of the guys I used to fly with.
Yeah, and the only reason I did was Facebook. Again, it supplements, and it isn't Stunt Hangar by any stretch, but I don't think it's a binary choice, and I think that's part of what you were saying. It's not one or the
Yeah,
other.
I wish there's
You can enjoy both.
I wish there's some way I could figure out that Sparky could make use of those guys instead of have it be as use
Exactly.
Zuckerberg, instead of
Yes.
have him
Well,
take away.
Yeah,
But I
have
don't-
everybody pulling in the same direction.
Well, there's a certain amount of jealousy. I can tell you that right now. I know the guys who started that Facebook group, and there's a certain amount of jealousy on that. So what can I say?
yeah.
And
I
I
see the
can't,
judges
I
arrived.
can't compete with Mark Zuckerberg and the United States government.
Nobody
could-
would want you to.
Yeah, maybe you could use them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Find
could
a
use
way.
for him to stay there. It would suit me fine.
Yeah, I wish it would go away entirely. That'd be my choice. But sadly, it doesn't look like that's happening.
I go clear back to the days of the CompuServe forum.
I heard of those, but I never played with them.
Well, you gotta be waiting. Tick, tick, tick. That's a 286 era.
Yeah, yeah. But
Log in with your modem.
from that time, Iskander set up his board, and we had the two boards, and they complemented each other. And then CompuServe's board disappeared, I think. But Iskander was there for a while, and then Suka Stump showed up, and they ran concurrent for quite a while. And then Iskander went back to Indonesia, and then Sparky started this, and Stuka Stunt went together for quite a while. Now it's gone on. Stuka Stunt's gone. It's just, there always has been two groups, two forums for control line since I remember.
Well, I can guarantee you Facebook's going to outlast me. I don't have the money they got.
Yeah, me too. Thing is,
There's Judge Steve. There's
That's
Judge
the,
Steve.
that's the original Steve Smith.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
He was the beta version.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing?
Oh, getting there. I'm on the mend.
Good, good.
Doctor,
Because it's coming up to flying time down there.
Well, yeah, well, we fly year round.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. We don't get usually it's the wind that puts us off. But
Oh, yeah.
it is coming up. But yeah, I've only escaped about a week ago, and I saw the doc yesterday, and he said, "Oh, just take it easy." I'm sort of getting a bit ahead of myself, but yeah, I'm getting better.
Good.
Good to see you guys again.
Well,
good
that's
to
good.
see you too.
Good for you. Good to see you. And, it's good to be seen and not viewed.
Yep.
And Sparky, you were asking about Gerald Wimmer last week.
Yeah.
Well, I went up through the middle of the week. We had a fly up at Green Road. I call it Biggin Hill, the old fighter base, or Biggin Green. And he was flying up there with the boys, and I watched, and I took an old friend of mine with me. Some of you guys might have heard of him, Bill Bell. He used to represent New Zealand years ago in speed, and he's flown against you guys and the Russian. He's been to America a few times, way back. This is, oh God, probably 20, 30 years ago now. But he's flown against the Russians, the Brits, you guys. He's been to South America, all over the place. And we sat up there in the shed and watched the shower go over, and then the guys got out, and the Wimmer kids got out, and they're not kids anymore now. They're young men, really, now. And Gerald flew. It was fun. It was a good day, just watching them. But I was tempted to get the old trainer out and have a go, but I thought, I turned around and around and around, and my body would go around, but my head wouldn't. So I didn't bother.
Hey,
Yeah.
Steve, the Sunday's looking good for flying.
Yeah, I think so. Guess what's going on, though?
What?
The club turkey shoot.
Yeah, and Sunday?
Sunday.
Was there an email about that?
I guess not.
I was gonna say, I'm missing those.
It was mentioned at the last club newsletter, I think.
Well, I'm flying Sunday, whether they like it or not. I got to test this new airplane.
I don't think I got that either.
Yeah, I just got a text about a reminder about it.
Don't they do that in the grass, balloon bust and all that BS?
I guess they do balloon bust, but I think scramble is on the square pad.
Yeah, well,
When you say a turkey shoot, Steve, are you talking about archery or something in the same park or something?
No,
Okay.
You can win a turkey. If you win the contest, you win a turkey.
Oh, I see. Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving's coming up here in the States.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, too bad we don't have
Postal.
our Canadian friend here. They had Thanksgiving earlier in the month.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
what do they have to give thanks for?
Yeah, I was
Trudeau?
going to say. I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They kicked the pilgrims out and sent them down here a month later. That's what they're celebrating, I think.
Well,
Something
maybe
about France, because I don't think they celebrated in Ontario. Or
Maybe they
Quebec,
escaped.
sorry, Quebec.
Quebec.
Yeah, the Quebecois.
Yeah, there you go.
They weren't celebrating the Blues game in Ontario last night, I can tell you that. They pounded them.
I don't know.
I think the only war the United States ever really lost, was against Canada.
Yeah.
No, we lost the war against Japan.
What you got there, Steve?
They bombed us with
Scissors?
radios.
Oh.
Scissors. I just got done.
I see.
Well, you trimmed yours up too, huh?
No. I sheep shear my own head a couple times a week. It's cheaper than paying somebody else to do it.
Well, there's less drag, eh?
If I do it often enough, then I miss spots, but you can't tell because I'll go back and get it again in a few days, and I probably won't miss it next time. Barky, are you going to be cutting the core? You're going to build another foam wing airplane, I thought you said. Are you going to cut the cores for that, or where are you going to get them?
I'm going to cut them.
Do you have a double-sided cutter like Dan uses, or are you going to do a regular one at a time, one side at a time?
All I got is a hot wire. I don't have a double-sided cutter. That thing takes up way too much room. Of course, I've been talking to Dan about getting his help and have him cut them, but if I don't have him cut them, I'll cut them with my hot wire.
I think 65 ounces is pretty good for that airplane at its size.
It's 64 and change.
Well, I just rounded it up to the nearest up one because you always seem to gain a little weight when you go to the field. I don't know what happens. Even electrics.
I thought that was a one-off, Bob. You're going to do another foamy?
Yep, I'm going to do it foamy, but I got different ideas. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut the foam core. I'm going to lay carbon toe, flatten out carbon toe, and put carbon toe in two spots, like two spars from center to end. Heat it, vacuum bag it, and then core it all out to about 1/8 of an inch thick inside.
Before you guys got here, he said he knows where there's another set of cores exactly like those, only feet away, and he's going to go surgically extract them from another airplane.
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
He said he thought he could use a little more practice, so you're going to try again, Steve.
I don't know if I want to do a foamy again.
That'll be till 2026 before he has an airplane ready to go if he had to start over.
Yeah.
But this one didn't turn out too bad.
No, it didn't.
Looks good,
That's
Sparky.
real good.
It's nice.
Oh,
I love the cheeker on the tail. On the
And
fin.
I gotta fly it this weekend because turkey shoot or not, they can wait for a second while I get a flight in.
Yeah,
Got a
that's
few
good.
you might win.
What time you want to go out there?
Let me look. Let me see what time the weather's going to be warm.
That'd be afternoon, probably.
Well, there you
I
go.
think it's going to drop tonight here.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll look at the temperature. Temperature's got to be 65 anyway.
Oh, you went down 5 degrees. Used to be
Yeah,
70.
I'd like 70, but 65. I gotta get a flight on it one anyway.
Yeah, the turkey shoot thing, they do some oddball stuff. They do a balloon bus, which is not necessarily oddball. They do a slow flight or some combination of fast and slow, but it's not carrier. And then they do what they call a scramble. They take the prop off, the glow plug igniter out, and then they gotta put it all back together, put enough fuel in it to go a certain number of laps. I forget how many, not very many. And then land. And that's timed, I believe.
Well, even if I gotta enter,
Yeah. You could enter. I can't.
Why?
It won't work with an electric. There's
No,
no glow plug to take out.
even if I gotta enter, I will enter and get a test flight on it this weekend. I got to.
Oh, I don't think there's a charge for entering this one. It's pretty much a local thing. Just
If
a club
anybody's
thing.
interested, I sent you all a link to the turkey shoot. You can read all about it on the page from the club website.
Oh, I see that.
And if you're not interested, you can just ignore it or block me.
That's okay. We can do that.
You know, I actually flew at your field some years back. You had a contest, a broken arrow contest.
I can
Yeah.
really say that myself.
I took my first Pathfinder there. I actually won advanced on that, or no, I got second place. I think in advanced on that. So yeah, it was fun. That's a funny place to fly though, with all those trees around.
Yeah, if it's 5-mile-an-hour wind, it's like a hurricane
Yeah,
blowing in at you every direction.
circular airflow. I think I was like 92 or 93. Yeah.
Well, Doc Holliday used to come here all the time.
Yes, he did. I met him there.
Jim Lee used to come here, but he don't come here no more.
I feel sorry for the old Doc. They won't let him drive, and he took his car away from him.
Oh man.
And they're slowly taking over his building area. He's starting to give, if you got the gas and want to drive there, he'll give you an airplane for coming by. He's giving them away.
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
used to have that which way that it was a canard, had booms out front and this elevator out front, and motor was in between the elevator and the main wing. I bet that was kind of hard to start with the motor stuck in between those booms.
Steve, where'd the other Steve Smith go?
He's hiding. There he is.
There he is.
You weren't here.
Do that publicly. I had
I
to
was
blow my
telling-
nose.
I still needed to get 2 more engines for my Skyray project, and I found this guy online, brand new,
Oh yeah.
FP20. That's
About
the
$3. How much?
$60.
$60.
Yeah,
For an FP20.
brand new in box still.
Those are good engines. Run it once or twice on the ground, put it on the plane, and finish breaking it in the air.
Yeah, Brett Buck did a lot of testing of those, and also 25 LAs, I think.
Yeah,
And he's got a way that he likes to run them and says they're great. And it's basically stock.
yeah.
High RPM, low pitch prop.
You seen my big Flight Streak twin. It's taller than I am. I'm over 6 foot. It has a pair of OS 20 FPs in it, and it handles it. I've actually looped it on one. Bring it up. For
Those
those,
cotton pants, John, camouflage there.
yeah, that's in case I get lost there. I want to get hide out in a field full of moose.
Yeah,
Hey, moose horns.
nice.
They call them lounge pants. I call them pajamas, but they're comfortable as all get up. I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
There it is.
Cool.
Do you have to go to great lengths to make sure that outboard engine quits first?
No, it'll fly.
It doesn't
fine.
matter, huh?
Yeah, it'll fly fine on either engine.
Hmm.
Some airplanes have trouble with it, but this one doesn't. I'll tell you what happens on it. This is the inboard engine right here. So if you fill them both up with the same amount of fuel, I'll guarantee you that the outboard one will quit first. And that's because centrifugal force, you got the tank here, you got your tank down here. This one has got a certain amount of force from centrifugal force, but this one has another 1.5 feet approximately of additional radius or diameter radius that is going around. And so it automatically, what happens is the outboard engine always richens up a little bit.
Hmm.
So you have to be a motorhead. You have to learn how to balance your engine so that this one will be running, or this one will be running a little faster on the ground than this.
Oh, so
So
you can't tune them so they have that cool synchronized sound.
Yeah, the
not on the ground. If you do it on the ground, I'll guarantee you they won't do it in the air.
Mm.
I even went to, if you can see on the bottom here, well, maybe you can't see it, but there's a hatch here. See, turn it where you can see.
You can see.
I see it.
Okay, that was, I have in there a tube and it was set up for a pressure tank that fed off of each end. And I tried pressure on these to see if I could get rid of that richening up effect, And even with the pressure, the outboard engine would go, would flatten out and go slow down. Well, so and it always shut off first. So I've come to the conclusion that if you want to fly twins, fly electric.
Did you ever try hooking the two crankcases together with a tube?
No, I did not do that. I run these OS 20 FPs are basically stock. I ran them on pressure.
Even the two tanks tied together. If you want to cross with the tube from the uniflow on the inboard to the outboard, it would probably stabilize it.
It might, and then again, it might not, because if the pressure those things were running on, it should have overcome or been stronger enough to stop that problem. I think that's why one of the reasons why it took the pressure regulators on Warren's Walker's D-17 to get the engines to run right. We just happened to have a guy on here. Well, he was on here. I don't see him now. Howard. Oh, he's out in the room. Howard came up with those pressure regulators. Somebody in the combat community is building them, and by putting the pressure regulators on there, it was beautiful. He'd be flying that B-17, and when he got towards the end, the inboard quit. The next one would quit, just going outboard. The last one running I think he had it going the other way. But one would quit, and a few seconds later, the next one quit. A few seconds later, next one quit. They just bing, 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 bing. They were done.
Hmm.
Pressure regulators work beautifully.
Well, Howard's a genius.
Yeah, he is. Hey, Howard,
Yeah.
tell us something about the pressure regulators on Walker's B-17. How did they work for you?
They're Norm McFadden pressure regulators made by Tony Huber, and we use a single bladder, and they hold pressure constant over the flight, using crankcase pressure as a reference, which is actually unstable. There's because of the centrifugal force, there's more pressure on number 4 than there is on number 1, and so the old airplane with a single bladder would cut, as you said, number 1, then number 2, then 3, then 4, as the fuel ran out from left to right. But for the world champs, we were constrained by starting the thing and then doing all the tricks and landing within 7 minutes. So we added to that 2 pressure 4, so all 4 would stop at the same time. That worked great. It ran 6 minutes 15 seconds pretty consistently. He got so he could start him 5 seconds all 4.
Yeah. It was amazing to watch him start those engines, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Howard. When you and Brett are talking together, do you understand each other?
Yeah, I think so, unless he talks about unless he uses quaternions or something.
Okay. Some of his comments he posted. I'm looking for a place to put my phone.
Is there somewhere? I was just going to ask quickly. Is there somewhere I can read about how that pressure regulator works? That McFadden pressure regulator?
Not that I know of.
You can give him a phone call.
It probably wouldn't work very well because it's being dead and all.
I was going to say.
I meant you. Give you a phone call.
Oh, give me a phone call.
Or can you still? Does the guy still make them make that? You mentioned someone else made them, not Norm McFadden.
Huber. Yeah, he was moving here to Idaho, and I don't know whether he ever finished moving or not. Idaho, Montana, one of those places, one of those cold places. There's some old combat flyers probably still have some.
Is that your building? Is that your building room, Howard?
This is my painting room, and get ready.
It's a good space.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a horse stall, but the previous owner was going to use it for horses. Fortunately, no horses ever lived here.
Okay.
So I filled in the horse door with a people door.
For a concrete floor?
Concrete, yeah, with, well, mostly concrete now. It's got a bit of paint, mostly orange and yellow.
So did you put a sign on the door, Mr. Ed?
No. I have.
Remember that show, The Talking Horse?
Oh, you can't see. There's the
That's where they're being talked about, that manifold you got there.
No, it ain't, man. That's overkill.
That, that was copied from um, Dennis Nunes. He posted something on Stunt Hangar about that. It was in that thread. What are you building lately? That ran for hundreds. Suppose it's kind of hard to find, but yeah,
A $3 dryer from Harbor Freight and a water trap would be just fine.
yeah. Well, yeah. I got some Boeing surplus stuff, and then I got the Harbor Freight stuff. Also, yeah, a lot of Boeing surplus stuff. I use the same setup to run air to the laser. You blow air on the laser to blow out any fire that developed.
Yeah.
Previous owner of the laser.
How many watt laser is it?
100. It would blow water with the air, and it kind of messed up the cut in the ball saw.
Yeah, well, water trap,
Okay.
you know, you can get the water trap from Harbor Freight, got a glass bottom on it. You can relieve the pressure. And then the dryers go on the gun. It's just a ball looking thing for $3.
Oh, that's an idea. I had one. I really should have a regulator on the gun.
Or you can do it all at the paint gun right here, but there's no dryer here. You just got to empty the tank.
Now the cool thing that I'm so impressed with myself for is eBay, for the other horse that never. Let's see. I turn the camera around. Where's the turn the camera around thing?
Like this. Just turn it around.
So what you're trying to say, Howard, is you're not just a one-horse show.
That's right. Right here is a pressure valve from a washing machine. It's a low pressure thing, and if I don't get pressure to the laser won't, air pressure to it. It won't come on, because I have had this problem of running the laser without air blowing, and I burned some stuff up. Fortunately, Timu fixed me up with new stuff. Gee.
What do you have to extract the smoke? Because I got a laser, but it's only 15 watt.
Oh,
but it smokes so bad you can't use the darn thing.
yeah. I got this. Well, this thing came with the laser. I got it secondhand, and here's this box had an activated charcoal filter in it. Supposedly you could blow the smoke into that and go in the charcoal, and it'd be okay. It's not, though, of course, but it's got a nice blower in that, and I take the blower and run a sewer pipe to outside.
Mm-hmm. Let's see the top where you're doing the cutting. Is it enclosed?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, mine's not.
Yeah,
now you got a pro laser there.
Well, it's just a Chinese laser, like
about $5,000.
I don't know. I got a deal. These guys and sold me their laser and laptop and all the stuff with it. They paid a lot more than that. Too, but that was not a good deal.
That's a good one there. I mean, I just got a toy compared to that.
Well, it's okay. That's what I used to engrave the trophies for Las Vegas. And then I did last year's trophies too. Here's last year's trophy. That's just wood.
But you can cut out ribs and all kind of shit on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 36 or 38-inch bed on that
1 meter.
1 meter.
So
39
37 inches.
Well,
I got a good question for you, Howard.
namely,
How do you keep your workshop so clean?
You don't work in it.
I'm very careful with a camera to show only
Oh, I see.
things like ceiling.
Vic-
Hardly any stuff on the ceiling because it falls to the ground.
Okay, good thinking.
Keeps the ceiling pretty clean.
Yeah.
Just don't ever try to fly the house inverted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess my shop would look clean too if I did it like that.
Yeah.
This has a 16-foot ceiling. I always wanted a high ceiling so I wouldn't hit the airplanes on the ceiling, but 16.
What's all that stuff sticking out of the rack behind you? Is that all the golf club shafts, is it?
It's what is that? Let's look.
Fishing rod blanks or something.
Fishing rods.
No, just carbon tubes and push rod stuff and
Stuff, yeah.
Cutting edge stock for combat ships.
That's what I call my stuff in my garage. I've got shelves and I've got labels on them. They're all clearly labeled. Stuff, and more stuff. More
Yeah,
stuff.
Good stuff, bad stuff.
Yeah.
There's Keith Drossel. Hey, Keith, welcome.
Hey, Trent,
Ah,
Sparky.
Hi,
Yeah.
Keith.
Hi, Keith.
good to
Hey,
see you.
Keith.
Hey, I got the news today that the world is less one air cobra or something.
Oh,
Was
oh
it
dear.
was it the air cobra or was it something else? Mark?
Oh, you're talking about my P40.
Oh, P40. Okay,
oh.
that's giving you a lot of service until today.
Yeah, here's what it
Oh,
looks
no.
like.
Death in the family, Mark.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh, hell.
Bad morning.
almost looks like it dug a furrow, doesn't it?
It actually made a big divot right up in there. You can't see it very well in the
Yeah.
picture, but the spinner was buried all the way in. It
Mm.
was a plastic spinner and it all cracked. I had to dig it out piece by piece.
Oh, wow.
This is a sod farm, and I didn't want to leave any pieces behind that the
Yeah.
farmer would find and then start complaining about people with model airplanes messing up his grass.
Mm.
But anyway, that's
Pretty hard ground.
no, it's a sod farm, so it's relatively soft.
What happened?
Well, I'm getting old. I did the wing over and I should have taken my hat off. I lost it when I went over the top of my head and I thought it was going to come down my left shoulder. And I looked over that way and instead it came down on the right side.
Oh, no.
And by the time I got figured out where it was and where it was going, it hit the ground. So almost straight in.
In the last 2 years, I've lost 2 airplanes behind my head.
Mm.
Well, I've started taking my hat off when I do
Yeah.
Yeah.
over higher up maneuvers like the triangle and the overhead eights. And
Each time,
just
if I would have gone ahead and continued to give it the control, I think that as in the top of a overhead 8 or vertical 8, if I just would have kept giving the control it needed, instead I give full up, and that's just the opposite direction it needed to go.
Mm.
2 airplanes, bang.
Oh, bummer.
anyway, this one was 11 years old, so it's had a good life. But
What was pulling that one
Mm.
round? A 40?
it was an Aero Tiger 36, which I think is okay.
That's good.
Should be in the dirt.
Like I said, the spinner went in all the way.
Yeah.
was in
So
the
Keith-
pavement, it would be questionable, but dirt, it should be all
Yeah.
right.
Hey, Keith is going to ask about this. So there's the Bearcat, Keith.
Ah, you're giving us an update on the Bearcat. Good.
I put the floor in for the cockpit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I got to put the rudder on it, and then I'm ready to start putting the shells on it. So,
Yeah, you're gonna put a molded shell there on the back deck, and how about the front deck too, right?
well, yeah, the shell goes all the way,
Oh,
front to
okay.
back.
That's
I
good.
spliced it here in the middle,
Okay.
make one shell, and then there's another shell on the bottom. So there's two big ones.
Can
So
you tell it's gonna be coming out any lighter than your last one?
I doubt it. Why? You think my last ones were heavy?
No, I just wondering.
It's 332nd.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good wood, so I don't really know how to. I didn't weigh the last ones. I don't really know how to compare them, but
So you're still gonna go to Vegas?
yeah. Take my Ryan.
Yeah. Think they've got you down for officiating somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, I'm going to judge old time as well.
Okay.
So I'll see you there, right?
Yeah. See what I can do about the Mark Gerber contribution for old time. Judge. I'm flying old time. Not
Okay.
trying to bribe you. I'm not going to try to bribe you or anything, but you'll see donations, right?
And then John Callentine is the other judge if you want to do some bribing. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's probably more expensive than you are. Hey, I thought I ruined my Madman last VSC because it hit a rock on the takeoff and the engine kept running and started to shake the airplane apart. I thought I was going to scrap it, and then I got looking at it and said, well, maybe I can glue this thing together. So a whole bunch of hot stuff and some fiberglass and resin on cracked wings, and it's fine now. So we'll take it to Vegas and fly an old time, see what happens.
okay. Yeah, I was judging when that happened. I ran out and grabbed it.
Yeah.
Tried to shut it off, but it was shaking pretty bad.
But I was most concerned about the motor mounts, and because it's a radio mount, and where those things come matched up the doublers, so you could see little tiny cracks. So I spread it apart as much as I could and put a bunch of thin hot stuff down there, squeezed it together, blown it a couple times now, and you can barely see the crack now. So it's working okay, I think.
I'm gonna try that on my old T-Bird. I think if I can get that, it's got a big crack on the bottom sheeting. It runs through the fuselage. If I can hot stuff that, put a little carbon fiber on it, and then refinish it, I think it'll be fine. Hopefully, I can take that to Brodex or to VSC rather.
And using that hot stuff, the tail had some cracks around the fuselage, around the vertical tail and horizontal tail. There was a crack there, and I was able to kind of twist the fuselage away from the crack, to widen the crack to let more CA flow into there. I didn't get closed up soon enough, and the hot stuff set up. So I got a big crack showing, but it's strong.
Yeah.
Speaking of old time, was someone from this group that was looking for plans for the Belfry Bound? No, I just found out that Pat Johnson has the plans digitized and already in that for the Belfry Bound in case. Anyways, it's a fine flying old timer. Strange looking.
You have to like it. You want to build it.
Well, he's got the plans, so
yeah.
It's not on our outer zone yet.
Not as far as I know. Some people have been looking for it. The Pats are all digitized, and he's got the files to laser cut the ribs or whatever for you. So
I think somebody, that was on Stunt Hangar on the forum, wasn't it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, somebody was looking for the plans for it.
Somebody was looking for pictures of airplanes to use for Halloween,
Oh, really?
and that would make a great one. I can't remember who it was or what they were doing.
Be great if it was black.
Black and orange.
Yeah.
Keith, did you ever get around to finishing that big job and flying that? Last time I remember seeing you about a year ago, wasn't it? You built that or more?
Oh, talking to me?
Yeah, yeah. The big,
Yeah,
the big job.
I built it and it's flying pretty good. And I made a mistake in the construction. I used the same push rod and Dubro uh, cap on the ball link. There's the big ball link. But anyway, the ball link came disconnected from the bell crank.
Oh,
Hmm.
It was flying pretty nice. Got a couple other projects I want to finish. I'm going to try to build another one before the Nationals. We'll see.
Speaking
Would
of,
that be number 5?
4 or 5. I've got the parts and pieces over there. I'll have to check.
Oh, what
You're
a
probably the
shame.
master at building the big job nowadays.
It's too good of an airplane not to have.
Yeah.
But the Madman, I think, flies just as good. So the only thing about the Madman, it's got that Oric 64 on it without a muffler.
Loud.
Makes a lot of noise. I don't know whether they'll let me fly it in Las Vegas or not. We'll see.
Did you ever see the
here's the
Wild
best
Man?
ball links I've run across, Keith.
Is that the big one?
No. These are the best that I've seen, and this is what's in this. Let me present it to you.
Let me see it.
Present.
Hold it up there to the camera. Let me see.
Spotlight for everyone. There we go.
Oh, do those wear okay?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. I think so. You'd think they would. They're for helicopters. I got this one, and then I got this other one that I don't like because it's kind of big and looks like it's cheaply made. But it's for helicopters as well. It goes. I'll be damned, different thread than that. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I don't like.
I think I've got something like that. I'll have to check it out. And then
I don't like those. I like these blue ones. Look how much smaller they are.
yeah. And the flap horn is a double horn on the flap. I mean, it's got 2 horns on there, so that sits in between the horns.
Well, that'd work.
Where'd you get that, Bob?
Amazon.
Oh, okay. What do you look up? Ball links for helicopters?
Just ball links. These are metric, of course. They're
Oh,
3 millimeter, but 440 goes right in that hole. But you had to buy a push rod set because I couldn't find a screw that would screw into the damn things. It's an oddball thread. So I bought push rod sets, and you just cut the push rod. They're stainless. Cut the push rod and then notch it and glue it into the tube.
Oh, okay.
But I'm hoping that they're going to wear okay. I would imagine because, like I say, they're for helicopter.
Yeah, they take a pretty good beating.
Yeah, I mean, and they got to have really floppy controls. So
I'll have to think about that.
they're not real expensive.
Oh. Keith, another question for you. Have you come across plans for a Sky Raider, the propeller-driven one?
You mean 3 views or stunt semi-scale stunt?
Yeah, semi-scale stunt. Yeah.
Don Typond.
Yeah, Don Typon has a really nice one. I'll look for it. I've got a copy of it here. Hold on.
I think it's like
Okay.
1973 flying models or something like that.
That name sounds awful familiar.
He was pretty big in it for a while.
I was thinking of designing one myself, but if there's already one out there, I might have a look at that. While you're having a look, Keith, you guys might
If
be
you just
interested.
want to do your own, this is a nice one, and I've seen a couple built.
Oh,
And they
okay.
fly, I think pretty well.
Mark Weiss is coming in, trying to get his camera going. There he
All
goes.
right.
Looks like he's already got his hand up.
There he is.
No, no, I don't.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Long time no see.
While Keith's having a look, you might like to be. You might like a look at this. I was talking about pill containers.
Oh, there's a twin.
Yeah, I designed this thing and only flew it once. The control lines they slipped in the handle, so I flew it into the ground. I couldn't stop it and broke one of the engines off, but it flew real nice. But they're just pill containers on here.
They're what?
Pill bottles.
Pill
Drug
bottles.
plastic pill bottles. Yeah.
Ah,
What engines are those? TDs?
A couple. No, just a couple of Coxes, 0.49s.
Yeah, but are they TDs or are they
Yeah, tank on them.
Yeah, they got a tank on them. You could tell by the needle valve.
Yeah, it's a reed valve. Yeah. How big is that?
The plane.
Yeah.
Well, it's well, there it is against my face, my mug. Well, I don't know.
28-inch wingspan.
Something like that. Oh, yeah. No, I don't.
2 foot.
It might be, but there's about 3 spars in there too, made from very thin cedar on it. Very thin sheeting, but it's on its edge. So there's about 3 main spars there. It's tough as hell. I mean, it hit the ground at full speed and just broke the engine off. Nothing else broke. So, yeah.
John, here's a plan from Outer Zone for Don
Oh, right.
Typons.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And here's a picture.
Yeah, Keith is getting a picture there.
Oh, right.
That looks good.
Nice.
Here's a picture.
So that's on Outer Zone. Oh, I didn't think to look there. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
go to Outer Zone. Keith's got the picture.
Yeah.
How's this
Well, I
show up?
thought another pill container would do the engine cowling for that too.
There's a lot of Skyriders on Outer Zone. You want the one from Don Typond.
Say again, Mark. I didn't quite understand that.
His name is Don Typond, Typond, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Get you a cowl like this, Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's.
Thanks, Keith.
Is this?
What's that made out of? Aluminium. Aluminum.
Yeah, it's aluminum spun.
yeah, that's the one that's on Outer Zone.
Okay. That's model airplane.
It's too heavy.
Oh no, it's flying. I'm sorry, it's flying model.
Flying models. Flying models.
Flying models. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have a look at that.
It's March 1972.
Ah, good year.
And what's really neat about the Skyraider is so many paint schemes you can use on that.
Yes. It was a versatile aircraft, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it could carry the bomb load of a B-17 further and
I
faster
know.
Yeah.
Incredible.
off a
Yeah.
carrier deck.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, just incredible.
My
Yeah,
uncle
the
used to
paint
fly
job
one
on
of
it
those.
is gray and over gray and white on the bottom. So you
Right.
got gray and white.
My uncle used to fly one of those back in the early 50s. His
Or
was
you-
dark blue.
All navy blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
They camouflaged them as well too, didn't they, in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to hope if you want to hold on a little bit off, I think I can find some profiles that show all sorts of
Weren't
color schemes.
weren't the MiG pilots and the northern MiG pilots trying to shoot one down once, and they just gave up and went away because the thing flew so slowly they couldn't shoot the damn thing down.
I think I've seen one orange too one time.
I've seen them white and Coast Guard colors, Marine Corps colors.
Yeah, I think it was a
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard airplane.
Good Lord. A single engine for a Coast Guard?
Here's
Yeah.
the one from VSC.
You gonna share?
I'm trying. Yeah.
Yeah, gray with gray and white on the bottom.
Yeah, nice.
That's a normal colors.
Yep. Oh,
This
that
is
looks
good.
pretty cool.
This is Don Typon's design that who built this one? I'm blanking on his name. Keith, help me out. Guy from Phoenix.
It was
Big
AMA
elevator.
Hoffman,
5900.
Let's see here.
No, it was it's terrible.
AK, I think that's Oriskines, off the Oriskines.
It's got a big elevator. Plenty of elevator.
Yeah.
About
Plenty of
60%.
fuselage there.
Yeah, it wouldn't fall out of the sky too easy, would it, when you're up high? A big slab like that, I hope. Huge rudder, huge side, yeah, square sides.
yeah, I'm thinking that might almost fly as good as the Bearcat.
I don't think I saw it fly. Leroy Black built this one.
Ah, Leroy Black's, yeah, he's a good builder.
Yeah,
And
I can't tell.
Leroy's not flying anymore. I think this was the last year he actually flew at VSC 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Is that open bays or is that a built-up wing with,
Cheated.
sheeted? Yeah.
That's sheeted. Here's the plan.
Oh, okay. I think I might build one of those. It looks real nice.
You wouldn't be sorry.
I would be sorry.
You would not be sorry.
Oh, you said I would be sorry.
You say it's a sheeted wing here.
Yeah, it is too. Same by the tail. Okay.
I think I would use a bigger engine. Yeah, I think he had a Super Tiger 35 in this, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd be putting at least a 40 in it. I think.
I'd put a Super Tiger 46 or an LA
46.
46.
46
Yeah,
would go
right.
real good.
Yeah, he used a Super Tiger 35 and he said it weighed 48 ounces.
48 ounces. Wow.
So is that a stunner or a scale?
It was a stunt ship.
Semi-scale stunner.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think Leroy Black built one. I don't know if you know anything about that.
It's the one I show the
Don.
picture of.
Okay.
Here's
I've got all sorts of profiles on color schemes if you want to look at. I
Yeah.
got 7 or 8 pages here. Here's one.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
look at that.
Let me present it. There we
oh,
go.
nice.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of
There's one.
choice.
1 page. Hold on, there's more. This doesn't have, if you want variations of the blue, fine. But
What book is that, Keith?
this is Scale Aircraft Modeler from years ago. I don't know.
The magazine.
Yeah, I like that that with the yellow wings, and the old
Yeah.
classic style,
Yeah, that
blue
looked
and
good.
yellow.
It looked great, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that looks nice.
Yeah.
That'd look neat on a stunt circle on a stunt ship. There's more.
So was the original aircraft a radial engine?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Huge radial.
4,300,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Keith?
Yeah.
Not
Uh,
only original, that every one has a radial engine.
It's about nearly 3,000 horsepower, wasn't it?
Move it over to your right a little more, Keith.
Which,
The book, move it to your right. A little more. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at
that's getting
them
there.
with
Nice.
bullseyes.
French, Pakistani, Indian.
Oh, they're standing inside themselves.
There's more. Oh, really nice reviews in this magazine. I don't know if it'll show up very well, but
Oh, those are good.
Oh, thanks,
Gotta
Keith.
move
Plans.
it. There you go.
You're a walking encyclopedia, Keith.
well, there's more. I could dig up even more than this.
Oh my.
No doubt. No doubt you could.
Have you ever considered building one of these, Keith?
Yes,
I like the wing area on it. That's what attracted me to it. And the unique sort of shape of it with the radial engine that looks too small.
Yeah.
well,
You
there's a
kind of
bigger,
think, how the hell could that little radial pull that thing along? I like that Vietnamese. I like the camouflage down the bottom. Yeah,
Camo
that,
one, yeah.
It's
and
deceptive. That's a big
this one-
airplane.
this one's, you see a lot of this, and the radio control guys do that a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
With
Eight-
the
Is that a
stinger.
B?
AK, I think that designates the Oriskanies. Let me look.
Says Intrepid on there.
It does?
On the
Intrepid.
yellow and black, is that a B or something else?
Yeah, it's a
Hornet.
B.
It's a Hornet
Hornet, yeah, and it looked like it said
with his tail end going forward.
I can't-
AK. The one with it says AK, where does it say it's from?
It's underneath that yellow and black thing, the Hornet.
That is,
Off the Enterprise.
No, it's not the Enterprise.
Buddy, pulling your leg.
doesn't say what, oh, it's Intrepid.
Intrepid.
Intrepid,
Well, the
yeah.
Intrepid and the Oriskanies are in the same class. Pretty old.
Yep.
Yeah, and some of these color schemes, Kaylee Graphics has these in her file. That she can blow them up to any size you want for Sky Raider, and several versions of it.
Wow. Now I'm getting itchy.
This may not do much for you, but, and I could dig out some more if you'd want to see them, but
That's an elongated. Could I have a look at that again, please, Keith? The elongated the glass house. And
Oh, yeah, that's a two-person
that
one.
now that would be an interesting model.
AC, where the hell, what VF is that? Let's see.
That would be something different.
Saratoga,
Saratoga, yeah.
and use it for target towing.
That's why the bright colors.
So they're full of bullet holes.
Like I say, if you'd want, I could show you some more. I've got more, but
Good Lord. Oh, gee whiz. I wish I had a library like that.
now, here's one for you. Sam Calhoun Smith built a big Sky Raider that he used in the Nationals. It was the first time Nationals had the carrier event. So
Mm.
this goes back into old time category. You
What,
could take
48, 49? How long ago?
Hmm?
Be 48, 49? How long
Yeah,
ago?
is back in that time frame, or before 52 anyway.
Good Lord.
You could take the as a pretty build a pretty is for like 44-inch wing or something like that.
Yeah, it's on AutoZone too. I'm just looking at it right
And
now.
you could build that and build it light. You could fly it in old time stunt.
Yeah.
How about that? It'd be a scaled airplane. It may not be best suited, but for old time stunt, if it's light enough, you just might get some old time pattern out of it.
Let me get to the chat here for a second. I've been relaxed on that. There's a few in here. Roy Lane, hi, good evening. Jose Manuel Alameda, good evening. Roy Lane, everything good right now? Wayne Rice says, hi, Sparky, and everyone in Like Given. Steve Berry, hi, everybody. How's it going, Jonathan, from Steve Smith, where Steve's already in here. Stunt Hangar's the best. Don't need the rest from Wayne. Hate seeing that, Mark, when he crashed his airplane. Buddy Barbie says, hi, Sparky, like given. Terry Mitchell says, hi, Jonathan. Midwest had a profile Sky Raider stunter with a 48-inch wingspan. and it flew awesome. And Wayne
Oh, great.
says, "Where do you get the rod for the ball joints?" Well, carbon rods are kind of tricky to come by. You can get them at different hobby shops, but I quit using them. I just use aluminum with balsa wood stuffed in them. That seems to work for me. All right, that's the end of the chat.
I think he's talking about the metal rods that you showed.
The push
Here's the
rods.
one. Here's the one you're talking about, Keith.
The push
Right.
rods come from Amazon
Yeah.
as well.
And
Here's some Calhoun Smiths.
it's showing almost a symmetrical airfoil, a little bit of a
Yeah.
on it, but
That looks more scale
yeah.
than the other.
That's
it is
scale.
scale. It is
Yeah.
scale.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But if, like I say, you could build that light, maybe it might be hard to do, build it light to that size,
Yeah, with the,
and maybe with a 40 or 46 on it. The thing about Navy airplanes, they're short coupled and have a big tail,
mm,
Yep.
Yeah.
They have a lot of wing area.
and they have a lot of wing area for the size. So, like I say, that would be a candidate for old time stunt. It's been on my list to do for a long time.
You take that positive incidence out of the wing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, Jonathan. John.
I don't think old time judges would, or old time stunt director would keep you from wanting to fly that.
Yeah, very nice. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have a look at both of them anyway, and I'll make up my mind. But the next one I'm going to build is a bi-slob.
There's a bunch of them on AutoZone, John. So have fun.
Yeah, I've got the plans for that. I've got a half kit for it actually. I have a guy here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Fun to fly. Fun to fly anything. Give me the box it came in. No, I'm not that good a pilot.
just
Excuse
like
me
a
minute.
cat. Just like a
I just gotta
cat,
get it.
Jonathan. They'd rather play with the box than the toy.
Yeah, I'll be back. I just got to get something to drink.
Yeah,
I
stay
don't mean whiskey.
hydrated.
I don't mean whiskey.
A
Not yet,
little
anyway.
tequila maybe, yeah.
John Miller, are you coming to Las Vegas?
No, I won't be making it there.
That's too bad.
There you go. This is kind of cool.
Ooh.
Oh, look at there.
Jonathan just left. That's a pretty one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been wanting to build one of those for a long time myself. I was gonna draw my own drawing, but seeing what's available now, I see I really don't have to.
Do that for old times, John. That was,
The one you showed there,
yeah, there's some.
Calhoun
Calhoun.
Smith, yeah.
I'll see if I can locate it and see if I can get a hard copy of it.
Just
If you
download
can,
it from
I'll send you a copy of my I've got the magazine article.
Okay, do that.
download it from AutoZone. It's got the article in it too.
Does it? Okay.
What was it? Does it give the publish when it was published?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see here. Here's the article, I think. Let's see.
Here's an ugly color scheme.
Is it black on green?
Yeah. Might have a gray bottom.
Think you could paint that airplane with house paint.
Probably could.
But I think the paint schemes that have the white bottom and the gray top, and then there's all sorts of things that you can do with that. Makes it into a pretty airplane. I can pull out some more of these color profiles if you want to see them, but I probably have again more twice this much available.
Well, they're interesting, Keith.
Oh, this 2-page thing. Kind of interesting. That this is in a from the
Hold it up a little higher, a little to your left. There you go.
this is from the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Aircraft. I think it was published in Australia. There was a similar series in England as well, but there's, I don't know, 188 volumes, 20 pages each. And
Wow.
each one has a center spread of some airplane. Like
Is it a guy named Gunston or something?
No,
Okay.
I don't know who the editor was on this. Like I say, I think this comes from. Well, it says this comes from London, England. So there are several series of magazines like this with different titles, but this is the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Aircraft. And I was buying when they'd show up on eBay for specific airplanes, and then somebody listed the whole set. Oh, this is where I got the idea of Australia. It came from Australia for really a decent price. Cost as much to ship it as it did for I had to pay for the set, but all 200 or all 188 volumes of it like this.
Wow.
That's a treasure.
Man, you got some stuff in here, Keith. The treasure trove of history.
Yeah.
Then it gets to be a question, what's going to happen to it?
I was going to ask you about that. Have you made arrangements on that?
No. And the kids, they know what all this stuff meant to me. But well, some of these sets of magazines I've already sent some stuff to the AMA Museum. And I think they would take this complete collection like this and several other sets of volumes I've got. But I've got, I don't know if you can see some of the stuff in the back of me, library shelves full of books, mostly on aviation. And then I got 3 file cabinets filled up with stuff on specific airplanes.
I've seen
Where's it all going to go? The Brodeck Museum's not set up to handle this kind of stuff.
No.
And I've got a lot of reference material that's cataloged away on models and stuff on model airplanes, like all my collection of old time and all these designs all in these notebooks. That could belong in the Brodeck Museum if somebody would ever take the time and catalog it and make it available, but I don't know.
It actually,
wouldn't
it actually has would have a good home with the scale guys as well.
Yeah, but the scale guys don't have anything. I don't have anything like the Brodeck Museum would be.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Yeah, you're right. The Brodeck kind of caters to both. So.
Well, yeah.
But that would almost be a paid position they'd have to have for somebody to manage that library.
Yeah. And
what about your national association? What is it, AMA or something? They based in Muncie or something?
Well, the AMA's got the museum there, but they're real particular on what they take. And you just don't send stuff to them. You have to write to them and see if they're interested. And they're real good about writing back, say yes, we want that, or no, we don't. But
do they have a library? Do they have a library, Keith?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
several rooms and just shelves and shelves and shelves. A lot of model airplane stuff, but on full scale aviation as well. And they've got complete sets of all the model aviation magazines So some storage, something, and they have that all out in the library. So if you want a specific issue on any model airplane magazine published whenever, they've got it there. And in the library, you can go pull out the book and look at it.
So would you have would you have stuff that they haven't got though?
Yes. I know they'll take some of this stuff because I already written to them if they'd take it, and they said yes, and I said, well, I'll let my family know. But that's on all these published magazines and books and things.
Sure.
But and I've been there at the library and look, and I know they don't have some of the stuff that I have on full scale aviation that they would take because they've taken some other stuff. Like I said, I had a whole set of model plastic magazines.
Right.
They took that, which I was
Yes.
surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Keith,
Yeah.
it's Mark. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing
Good to see you.
okay.
Good to see you.
You too, buddy. One place that I think would take and display well would be the Triple Tree Aerodrome in South Carolina, since they do both modeling and full-scale aviation. And if you want a name or something, I'll be glad to get it to you.
Yeah. Are you going to be in Las Vegas?
I'm sorry?
Are you
No,
going
I'm
to Las
not.
Vegas?
I'm not.
Yeah, I think you've got my email. Why don't you
I
send
do.
it? Yeah, that'd do good.
Okay. Okay.
Hey guys, it's 9 o'clock. It's 2 hours. I'm going to end the stream on YouTube. You don't have to leave, but we're going to end the stream on YouTube. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share out there. Let me see if I can end it here. I hope I don't kick you guys off. I'm going to try not to.
I gotta go anyway.
Yeah, me
No.
too.
No. That,
Yeah, I think I might call it a night too, or a day.
All right.
I've talked too much anyway.
All right, then we're just going to end the meeting. I appreciate you guys coming, and we're here every Monday and Friday at 7 o'clock Central Time for 2 hours. I just don't want to run it on and on and on, but I'm going to end it on YouTube, and I'll leave the stream to Steve Smith.
I like your
Which one?
airplane, Sparky. I like your airplane, Sparky. It's one of your better ones, I think.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to
See you,
end.
cheers,
Good
buddy.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.
Good night, Mark. Peace.
See you guys, whoever's leaving.
Okay, we
Okay.
end